Good morning, traders. Today is December 5th, 2025. Welcome to Blue Sky Live's day trading stream. Please make sure that you read the disclosure and make sure you use money that you're willing to spend, willing to lose in the market. You can and will lose money when trading, and that all information here is for educational purposes only. All right, guys, we've got a jam-packed filled morning. We've got CPE coming out in about 56 minutes. Let's get our levels up for the morning. Let's see here. Get this up for there it is for the mobile users. NQ levels for the morning. You've got a breakout level of 25,756. First take profit is 25,839. Let's sell the reversal at 25,786 with a buy the reversal at 25,555. Breakdown level of 25,488 and your first take profit on that breakdown would be 25,410. For ES, the levels are 6,905 for your first target breakout level of 6,891. Sell the reversal at 6,879. Buy the reversal at 6,854. Breakdown level of 6,842. And your first take profit is 6,877. For your gold traders, got a first take profit of 4,284. Got a breakout level of 4,289. 4,269. I'm sorry about that. Sell the reversal at 4,256. Your buy the reversal is at 4,229. Your breakdown level is at 4,216. And your first take profit is at 4,201. Those are your morning levels. You guys are looking for those morning levels. You can catch those each and every single morning inside the Discord. I post those levels every each and every morning. So feel free to stop in the Discord. The links are in the chat below. All right, team. Looks like the market has given up that old overnight move that it made up. We broke out at like 6 p.m. And it was just nonstop grinding to the upside. Put an overnight high of 25,758 in the overnight session. Looks like we broke below the opening opening range from yesterday. Right now we're kind of flat with the opening bell from the Sydney Open. So pretty interesting. Like New York wanted no part of it. Either that or it was our friends across the pond closing out their positions and lowering their, just exiting out, waiting for the morning bell. See how this goes. Kind of funny, we broke a little above the orb from the overnight session here on NQ and just kind of bounced off it throughout the whole night. And then obviously here at the in the pre-market, broke on under it and just retested it twice and then just dumped. You can see the retest right there. Pretty obvious right there. Broke below, dipped into VWAP, and then just started to ping pong around between VWAP and that 4 hour support or high, and then just started to break down. Tested the 200 and just gave it up. Got a pretty nasty sell there in the open. Hearing some news about Netflix. I was hearing some news about Boeing. Boeing just got a bunch of money and some contracts, I believe, from the military. But let's go to Netflix. Little scalp before the open. Good luck to y'all. Stay safe. Let's go. All right, Amaro. Congrats on that. Congrats on that one. Free trade. Sorry, team. I'm talking to the marketing team right now, so just going through some details with them. Sorry, team. Just looking over some information here. What are you guys looking at today? Anybody looking at any specific positions here in the going into the open? Nasty sell here in the free market on Netflix. We're just talking about it, barely looking at it right now. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin was selling too in the overnight. I was looking at that back at 90. It's crazy. That's crazy. We're back at that. Oh my God. We even broke lower than we busted down before a few days ago. My goodness. That doesn't look good. That looks like a bear flag right there if I've ever seen one. That looks like a bear flag if I've ever seen one. I'd be careful with that. Okay. All right, let's go back over to take a look at Rankos. Okay, so we should have a nice pivot. Hopefully, we'll hold it. We should hold a 200. I would imagine we'd hold a 200 here for the day. Yeah, no. We'll see at the open, though. We just got to know that, Maybe we'll get a dip below, or maybe we'll just get the rip at the open and the market will just start to capitulate. Really depends, though. We do have some numbers coming out today, so we did see that. We've got PCE. We've got let's see, Michigan consumer expectations that can be somewhat important, and we got PCE. So I anticipate that we'll have a decent morning here. I think we'll have something good happening. take a look at gold. Haven't even looked at gold here in the morning session yet. Gold looking pretty strong here. Actually holding up better than the rest of the market. It probably will get a pullback though. If Nas and everything else pull back. Kind of odd that it has not though. Not gonna lie, a little odd. Look like you nailed that tomorrow. Nice. Have you noticed that NQ has not moved in this week? Pretty much, we're in the same zone as Tuesday. Usually, what happens tomorrow, if you zoom out on the weeks prior, we almost always range on the market. You only get one. You only get one like rule expansion during the New York session. That's usually on Tuesdays. You get that move, and the rest of the time you're just kind of, in a range. It'll make you, and it'll look, and we'll kind of stare up, but it's not like a big move that you can easily identify. Once you zoom out for the week, you can kind of see it. Market just kind of progressively day by day just goes a little bit higher, and it just inches up. It's usually like that though. All right, gold is holding up. Let's see. Let's see what we do here. I want to see what happens when we get to that supply zone there at 4,276. Of course. Well, I always look at the market from the options perspective, is because, you know, institutions, their job is to make as much money as possible and cause the most pain on retail. So, wherever you can see that, another reason why you see that flat close at the end of the day, they can't have the market can't rip every day at close, because that means that you'll have the you'll it means that too many people are making money, and that can be happening. What's up, Nacho? Good morning. Good to see you, my friend. So you can't have that. That makes it difficult. Hey, Nacho, did I catch you on a stream last night? If I'm not mistaken, bro. Yeah. Did you see my win last night? Did you see what I won last night? Bro, bro. See. Let's see if I still got the screenshot. I know I still got the screenshot. Wait. You gotta see this. You gotta see this. This was insane. Let's see. Oh, it's right here. You're gonna love this. Oh, I more than got him, bro. I more than got him. Check that out. How insane is that, bro? Ended up bagging like 18K. It's insane. We're gonna take that down. Take that down. I don't get in trouble. It was insane. Oh yeah, man. That the owner of the company messaged me and everything. It was hilarious. Let's just say we had a good night. We had a good night. Right man, I needed a massive win, and you know what? I got my massive win. It's insane. Man, I'm getting like hammered by like Discord friend requests from like randos. You guys be careful. Just be aware. No one from Blue Sky will be reaching out to you guys. So no staff from Blue Sky will reach out to you through Discord initially to ask you guys for access to accounts, for money, or anything like that. So just be aware of that. Make sure you guys, if you do receive a message from someone that looks like a Blue Sky staff member, make sure you look at their actual profile. Like my profile, I got a bunch of flair all over it. I've got all the I got a Tron animation. So you can tell that, someone spent money for that profile. And those bots, they don't have none of that. Still waiting for Riz to double my BT. Hey man, sign up. I'll throw you a depot. I'll throw you a depot, man. I'll spread some love. Hey man, that's gamba for you. Hey, that's the cool thing about it. Lose somewhere, make it up on the other side. But yeah, it was a insane cash out. Good morning, MJ. Good morning. Good to see you. Let me get my chats up. I don't have all my chat windows up before we start getting raided across the board. We're getting some insane raids from Kick last night. All right, let's see. Let's move over to the hot sheets because I want to see the hot sheets. Oh, let's see here. No, I don't need that chat open. Turn that one off. Let me look at that. Oh, it's the YouTube chat. All right, so the YouTube chat is already up. We got both chats up. Oh, that's cool. Now I can see both chats from YouTube. All right, let me turn on the. Oh man, we're already getting botted on the Kick channel. About 8 minutes away from the open team. Hey, good luck to you guys. Don't forget it's Friday. Let's have a great day. Don't forget next week we've got some fantastic classes coming up. Hopefully we'll have Coach Becky coming back. And don't forget, we've got Steve Collegian's class going on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Tuesday is a midday session, and on Wednesday and Thursday, he has his Asia trading sessions. You guys don't want to miss that. If you guys are looking for an edge and how to trade the Asia, look for his class. If not, we've got Blasky also has been running evening sessions, and his evening sessions are pretty fun. If you guys are looking for a more relaxed, you know, leisure, fun session, definitely check out Blasky's because I hear he's throwing out bangers, and hey, some folks are making money. I don't hear people complaining, so he's doing something right over there. Glad to hear it. I actually been meaning to pop in, but he's usually on when I'm already working on other stuff. My chat box is here. YouTube bot. Okay, and that's the other YouTube chat. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I think we got everything all up and running. We're ready to rock and roll. Beat the algo. Bro, you should see. So I smacked on that, and then I hit a 260x on like Keno. So I ended up making like $700 on like Keno last night. That was even better. 270x. It's an insane night. It was an insane night. Don't come often though. I've been losing for a minute, so it's a breath of fresh air. Anywho, we're not here about that. We're trade. Take a look at ES, see what the structure of ES. Same thing in the middle of yesterday's opening range break. So let's see what happens here at the bell. 5 minutes away now. Could be an interesting night. That's for sure. I just get disconnected. Oh, that was Steve. Hey, morning, Steve. How's it going out there? Doing all right? See what I'm getting. Bending buy signals on NQ.
Exit, NQ,
Close
NASDAQ.
the
This is
buy.
exit point. Globex, C1 on the sixes at
Oh, market is ready to just
B5666.
look like
This
it
is the
wants to
only exit
blast off
point in
here
this
in the
segment.
morning session.
And the final Globex exit point, only bonus and intraday beyond, trade with caution. Price may
All
continue in the
right,
same
team. We're about
direction,
2 minutes away
even though
from
no
open.
exit points remain.
Oh my goodness! And there's the blue detective going off already. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something. Feels like I'm forgetting something here in the morning session. Oh, that's great. I don't have to do that anymore. Nice. Should have our morning imbalances coming out here shortly. We've almost made up that sell here on the NAS. 20 seconds away from the open team. Hey, good luck today. Let's make some money. Have a great day, team. Good luck. Ding, ding, ding. There's your opening bell, team. Whoa. Okay, we're breaking through yesterday's orb now. Look at that rep.
Order filled.
And let's see what we do here at the bell. Can we break out and hold this level above yesterday's orb? As I said a moment ago, 25,714.
Exit.
Now pushing 25,746. Getting a nice candle push here. Are we going to get 777? Probably so. Since the blue detective has just posted up a 666. Unbelievable at the bottom. That's a beautiful trade, Amaro. You caught like the very bottom of that, my friend. Look at that. The market is just ripping. Reported. I would report him as well. At least he's not asking me if I dance with the devil in the pale moonlight, you know? Because then I got to go grab my picture. I got to post it in. Oh, man. Dang. Blue Detective is vicious, man. Look at he's savage. Blue Detective is savage in chat. Look at that. He gave zero cares about that. Well, where is everybody? Man, everybody stepped up for Friday. Everybody's already. Everybody made too much money all week. They didn't show up to Discord today. I ain't touching anything until after news. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm waiting myself. I'm being patient. Whoa, but I don't think Fridays can turn into like Friday rippers. That's the only one thing I dislike about it. That if you miss the rip, you just gotta be patient on it. Especially Trump just proved. Oh, Donald Trump just approved tiny cars to be built in America. No FOMO here. Coach Becky is in my mind. Awesome, awesome. She's good. She's good. Just watching the market right now to see what it's gonna do. It's like Steve's stream is having some issues. Maybe he's having some connectivity problems here. Yeah, I want to see us come back to that orb high. See what we do. It looks like Steve's. Can you guys see my stream all right? Looks. Oh well, we just lost Steve. We're having some issues. Like I said, all right, will we come back? That's yesterday's orb. Morning, Nikki. How's it going? Good to see you. Take a look at gold and see what gold is doing. Gold rejecting already, pulling back. Look at Bitcoin. How's Bitcoin selling? That 739 is going to be sticky for us. That's where we got to get above. We want to see that upside move. You got to get above that. News in 20. That is correct, Scrubs. Thank you for pointing that out. The overall market is fairly strong here in the morning session. Bitcoin's still selling down. We're at the, on gold, we touched that breakout spot, but we need to close above it. So I've actually got that showing on my morning levels. Do you mind if I ask what time is consumer service open. Uh, Customer service, like Blue Sky customer service should be open already. You should have RQ already in there. Yeah, RQ's up. Big Papa is up. Yeah. Oh, there you go. RQ says customer service is never open because it never closes. They've got RQ working across around the clock. You know, if you do have problems, you can also DM RQ. His DMs are open. Yeah, exactly. Right, Nikki? Yeah. RQ never sleeps. He's on the clock 24/7. Shoot him a DM, shoot him those sweet pics, but just don't call him late for dinner. Yeah, that's right. You can always support a ticket. Yeah, you can always put in a support ticket. You know, feel free to do that, and the guys will jump in there and respond to you guys on that. The only place I can get rest. Shh. Look at that, breaking down below yesterday's orb. You little fleshy fleshy. Ooh, that's nasty. Man, I wish I would have taken a short on that. That could have been beautiful for us. It could have been a nice short right there. Let's get a little sell off. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Stop. They said stop, no, and don't. Let's look at Bitcoin, see what Bitcoin is doing. Nasty low on Bitcoin right there. Yeah, it was crazy. I was watching Bitcoin around what was it, around 1 a.m. Or what were we watching? Ethereum? Was it Ethereum or Solana? I don't know. It was one of the two. It was either ETH or Solana. Somebody literally added. Somebody picked up like 12,000 units of it, and immediately after that happened, the there was a nice pump in the overnight, and it just sold so nasty. Like people took profit and they shot it right down so fast. Man, it was like, man, they are brutal. Didn't give that trader no time to enjoy his tendies at all. Now I'm sure he's well underwater because we've been selling off since. No bueno. All right, let's go back to NQ. No sense looking at Bitcoin. Testing the 200 and VWAP here on the 5. Got 55 seconds. I would imagine we're going to dip a little bit lower. We had a pretty tight range here on the orb. You know that? Now, looking at it, about 100. Yeah, about 100 points. Got about 100-point range. Oh, mine looks a little different than that. I'm skewed up. My second, my second place is Blue Sky. This coming year, it'll be first. I know that for a fact because I'm here a whole lot more than I. Well, I'll be here the whole year, so yeah, I'm pretty sure. For me, Nobody wants spam. Who likes spam? Grody Moscoti. Tomorrow. UPS. How's your UPS doing for you? That CMG. Okay. Let's get our 15-minute orb adjusted here at the morning session. Get that tapped out. So bottom of the orb right now will be 25,677. Top side of that orb will be 25,774 for NQ. Let's move over to ES and get that 15-minute orb. All right, bottom side of the orb is 6,874. Top side of that orb will be 6,886. There's your orb range for golden ES or ES and NQ. I should do that for gold, but we pretty much have it right here. Gold orb is 4,258, and top side of that is 4,264. Looks like it's going to try to make its move up. We'll see, though. We shall see if it will. Still no clear direction here on the market in the opening session. Not just yet. You know what? I, you know what? Thank you for reminding me on that. I had not started that up. I was actually reviewing to see if we had gotten our review to get our account set up so I can start using OBS again. I still have to use a second platform. Thank you for that. Yeah, let me get up the TikTok stream. There are some trading discords that got wrecked with some crypto spam. Don't fall for those guys. Yeah, I was mentioning that to the team earlier is that I'm even getting spam from like randos from just random accounts. People. There's a generic message I get that they're a streamer from Twitch. They play games and they're looking for friends, and but it's the same message I'm getting from like dozens of people. Oh wow, yeah, yeah, wow, that's crazy. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad that they would do that, but the season. It is the season. Not much of a movement yet. It does look like a little bull flag there. Does look like a little bull flag. Not going to say who, but be careful. Yeah, definitely. Dang. Okay. That's interesting. I don't know. Don't know about that one. We didn't have news in 8 minutes. I went long. Yeah, another platform. Someone stole the mod, got into Discord, then kicked out all the mods and started doing free giveaways and stuff. Oh my goodness. Gonna be a crazy, crazy thing here coming up. See how this man, we are moving to the upside though. That was 30 points. Yeah, it sure was. Sure was. But this is what we're usually looking for. It looks like gold breaking out. Gold is breaking out right now as we speak, attempting that resistance level I had mentioned earlier. Well, and you know what? It actually, yeah, it's going for right now. We're at that breakout spot. We get above 4,277, and it's game on, boys. It's game on. Hey, Fisherman, you're late, my friend. You're too late on that one. We already called it. You're riding my tail here, man. You're riding my tail here. Amoro was up in that trade before you, man. He posted that like I don't even know. You guys need a collab together. Great trade, bro. Great trade. And I'm still wondering when you can get that cash out tag. You should open a ticket with support and tell them that you need that money back. I want the ambassador tag. I don't even have the ambassador tag, do I? I don't think I do. Do I have the ambassador tag? I don't have the ambassador tag. Look at that. Why don't I have an ambassador tag? They probably don't want to give me the ambassador tag because then I'm going to say I want to work at the embassy. No, we're not giving you that. I think as long as you got to pay out. Yeah, you just have to get a payout. As long as you get a payout, then you can get the money back. Like Scrub, gain a Scrub no more. Oh, you see what I did there? Sorry. It's Friday. It's Friday. We got to keep it light. We got to keep it light. Oh, let's see. Soxel are up. ONDS is down 5%. You guys know I kind of track some of those guys. Oh, man. We got F1 weekend going on this weekend. That's going to be fun. Last race of the year. Can Max Verstappen take the what is it, Constructors Cup? I think that's what he's shooting for. Lowell's Home Depot Rival Files Chapter 11. Who is that? True Value, maybe? Oh, North American Builder Supply, a Home Depot. Yeah, yeah. North American Builder Supply. I guess they're falling for Chapter 11. Oh, I'm hearing Lululemon is popping. Let's go take a look at that. Dang, look at that. No thanks. It's hilarious. That's the most. Oh yeah, look at that. Nikki's got Brandon Mercer as well. Directed, funded, paid out. Nice, man. You got all the flair, dude. You have so many tags. Yeah, you got a ton of flair. The market's just not doing much of anything. Doesn't want to go. You love you some Lululemons? Really? Really? It's crazy the way it moves sometimes. I just heard it, so I was like, let's go look. Take a look at Bitcoin kind of pulling. Maybe. and see what it does at 90,774. See if it actually gets a move up. Does that breakout on the NQ? Look at that. Got above that prior hold in. Can we hold the orb high though? That's the real question. I think so though. I think we should. All right, let's get the rest of this going. Pop out the chat where I wonder if I can get the chat from here to pick it up. Right there. Let's see if it pulls it up. Oh, I'm getting buy signals here on ES. So not activate. Okay. Chat up. Oh, there's the chat. Oh, thank you for the like. How you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Are we gonna get it up now? Oh, yeah, we sure. Oh, it's gonna pull up the whole thing here. I can't just open up the chat in a separate window though. Hoping I can get the chat open on a separate window. It doesn't look like it though. All right. All right. We are live across the intrawebs. Let's see what happens here. Looks like we're gonna start moving. We got those buy signals going now. Sure, I'm on here. Okay, good, 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 good. Performance modes. Since I don't need to see that. That. And we are Gucci. We just missed our move to the upside right there. Man, what a beautiful move. I wonder if we're gonna have a ripper of a Friday. The market's just gonna just fly all day. My nose is peeling. My allergies kicked in like pretty bad a few days ago. I was like struggling with them. Oh, look at that move on ES. Wow. And just like I said this morning, I was like, I was expecting us to hold a 200. That was what I mentioned in the morning bell. So, Bay Fisherman, if you would have gotten here at at the open with this, you would have heard me discuss that because that was the pivot I had mentioned was the bounce up to 200. But thanks for following up with your with your chart. Appreciate that. Looking good though. Look at that, holding man, holding strong. Could take it up pretty high up now. I'd say your first resistance would be at 25,875. That's a 4-hour support resistance level up above. All right, let's go back over to gold and see what gold is doing. Gold struggling. Man, that's a massive candle on Bitcoin. Wow. Look at that. Sheesh. Man, somebody went for it, didn't they? Let's see how much of a retracement we get on Bitcoin. Man, very volatile morning for Bitcoin. Look at that. That's incredible. That's a huge move on Bitcoin. Take a look at what ES is doing here on the 15. You got a good ways to go. Maybe some resistance at the prior month high at 6,909. Man, I missed out on that. I missed out on loading up on that orb pullback. Cream on my nose. I'm hearing like retail is ripping as well. Interesting. Look at the heat map. A lot of green, not very much red, very neutral across the spectrum. A lot of companies are flat here into the open. So I would definitely keep an eye on that because other days we had opened up with a lot of red and some certain sectors were green and today not being the case. Hmm, that's cool. Looks like a slow grind higher. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those days most likely if we hold up like this. Probably one of those that you just had to wait and grab it on that pullback. Amaro had the killer entry though. He got it at the very bottom. Unfortunately, I think he took profit on it already though. I mean, it's not even unfortunate. There's nothing wrong with taking profit. There really isn't. There's nothing wrong with taking profit. And nobody went broke taking profit. Today I looked at the SPY pre-market and it was up, which is why I took a long on ES at open. Any of you guys ever do that? No, I don't normally do that. Look for the upside on that. I won't base it off of that. Oh man, there it goes. Oh, nice. Huh. That's sweet. That's that's insane. I like it. All right, go. Or not. It's okay. Copy wonder. All right, guys. See what we do at that 4 hour support resistance that we're coming up to at 25,861. Can we move and get higher above it, or will we stay here? About 13 minutes into the top of the hour. We've got 17 minutes until the start of power hour for the London session. So, those of you new, we're just waiting for London's power hour to kick in and see what kind of volatility they give us. You know, the Brits across the pond will be repositioning themselves into the weekend since it is also their last day of trading. Might see a little bit of a pullback here. We'll see. I'd like a little bit of a pullback, get that entry in for a long. Unless, we're just gonna go. This thing don't have to stop. I mean, it could take another hour for it to take a breather and let us in. That's just the unfortunate fact about the market sometimes. Bet you the options chain is already juiced. I actually haven't even looked at the options chain. I was just like, take a look at this. See what we got on the options chain for today. Q. Let's see here. One out the money is going to cost you 63 cents. About open interest is like 13,000 on 630 calls. Wow. That's pretty crazy. How's it going, viewers out there on TikTok? Good to see you all. If any of you all have any questions, I've got chats open across the spectrum. I've got Kick Chat, X, my YouTube chats. So if any of you all would like to see me take a look at a chart or have a question, feel free to drop that in the chat. If not, stop in the Discord. You know, check out our great informative classes that we have. We've got some great mentorships. We've got a podcast coming up. You know, Coach Matt's class. Unfortunately, he won't be here for Power Hour today. What a shame. No Power Hour with Coach Matt today. No fair. Or maybe he will be. Looks like he's on the schedule this afternoon. So maybe we will see Coach Matt here this afternoon then. Or not. TradingView live trading issues reported of non-tradable symbols. We are receiving reports there are issues with TradingView showing non-tradable symbols, even though it is active. Now that shouldn't affect most of you guys. Those are people trading live accounts, so that would be more me. Use the Ford count. Probably gold. Use the Ford contract. What, what are you? Are you talking about a specific contract expiration? Is that what you're saying? Get a little bit of a pullback here on NQ. Maybe you'll give us that entry. Go back over here. Sheesh. Oh my God. Why did we miss this? Why did we miss this? I'm just going to wait. No, I'm getting it through AMP, one of my live accounts. Those guys always send me emails, though. They got a pretty decent support desk, usually during rollover. And not yet. You know that, Scrubs? The Blue Detective is not throwing the 888 yet. He's not posted that. Gold looks like it's going to make another attempt to make a leg up. Let's see, can it do it? Can it do it? Got a minute. Got 2 minutes left on this 9 minute candle. Let's see if it continues. There's that pullback here on NQ. Get back over there. Pull him back. Pull him back. Is it gonna let traders in? Almost a 10% move on natural gas. Natty gas, huh? I don't ever trade natty gas. I don't like some of those because the spread is too big on those. If I trade those, the spread is so big that my entry won't be great. You got to do a limit order. But if you do a limit order, you may not get filled. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, sorry about that. That's the only bad thing about it is that sometimes with the limit order, if the spread is too big, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get your fill, and then you're just kind of stuck. It's one of those things that you got to you got to be okay that if you don't get filled, you're all right with that. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be like, okay, if I don't get filled, I'm not going to chase it. It just didn't happen. So it's just my thing is that you just got to kind of stick to your convictions, stick to your rules, all that good stuff. A decent sell there on NQ. That's where I messed up. I get it. Cash account. Good. $886 is also the 168 fib extension of yesterday's daily. Mm. So I guess you could imagine that you would see a pullback at that, right? Or a rejection from that spot, possibly. Because that would be your 50% retracement, wouldn't it? Only bad thing is it's Friday, you know? That's the only bad thing about that, Richie, is it's Friday. I mean, yeah, but I mean, we could still pull back, but if it's an uptrend, then it's just gonna keep going. You know, really, that's just a matter of how you trade it and what you're gonna trade based off of it, you know? Are you scalping that? Are you saying that, you're gonna get a rejection, you're gonna write it all the way down? I mean, look at Bay Fisherman. Bay Fisherman's already, like, massively short, and he's writing it all the way down to the bottom, you know? I'm waiting. I'm waiting right now. I missed my entry here at the open. I was looking at some other details. You're short LP? Alright, good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you. I'm just on hands. I'm waiting right now, though. You're short. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Good luck. As long as you manage your stops. I counter trade people all the time. You see me plenty of times. I mean, look, man, I messed up yesterday because you guys saw me. With Coach Matt. I had it that long. I didn't even get stopped out. I ended up like taking a loss for like $50, and it was so dumb. Is one. You know what? I should have just stuck to the trade and let the trade do what it needed, and I would have made a ton of money at the end of the day instead of me taking like a $50 loss. But price was just moving so slow. I was looking at other stuff. It wasn't really even that. It was just that I wanted to keep my profit because I've been working on that competition. So that was the biggest thing to me. And I was like, man, I should just held it. I should just held it. It would have paid so much money. Otherwise, we're just gonna have a slow grind up. Stair climb up. Maybe towards the end of the day, you might get a little bit of a sell. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna take my time. I'd like to see us come down, maybe test a 9 EMA on NQ. That would be 25,870. Maybe give us a little wick into 25 791. That would be nice. Maybe give us that entry. That'll let some of you guys that are short take some profit on that. I wouldn't imagine you guys are trying to short like all the way down to the London low. Well, maybe to zero, Jaja. Well, even better. Right into zero. The options chain is all tilted to the buy side, though. Like everything is to the buy side. Nothing is like. I mean, there is sell sided, but it's not like what the rest of it is. What was just tag me in something? I saw something. Was that you? There's that pullback I was just mentioning. I'm looking at like QQQ 632s. I got my eye on those. Either those or maybe like a 630. 630s wouldn't be bad either. Let's just see what we end up doing here. See how far this pullback holds. If the market is selling off, I want it to sell down to zero. If it's going up, I want to buy it to infinity. I'll tutor Jones. This might be the start of the center rally. It's hard to say. You might be right. It may very well be, you know. We've got numbers coming out next week. Let's see what other news bits we have coming out in the morning session. Has everything already dropped so far? Yeah, all our numbers have already dropped. PCE came out in line. Michigan index came in a little higher than expected. Personal income, personal spending higher. Well, personal income month over month came in a little higher than expected. And we just got we've got oil rig counts and consumer credit change later this afternoon. So still got and nothing major in my opinion. What's that guy talking about? When you're a good boy, you get a hot dog. You get cold. Man, y'all been hanging out with Tip too much. If Japan keeps raising the rates, the party is going to be over. Maybe, maybe depends on what we do to combat them. Looks like gold is continuing to, grind higher. It's getting close to my first take profit spot. So if you guys saw those morning levels, we're pretty close to it. I'm telling you guys are missing out. Take a look at gold real quick. My morning target for gold was 4,283, and we're just a few points away from it, less than 10 points. How about? Yeah, yeah, but 5, 6 points away from it. Beautiful trade on that one. Yes, struggling as well. Getting close to that mark now. Is the party over though? Are they gonna sell it from here? That's the real question. Will they start to sell it? Is this just a breather before it continues? Oh, I guess I didn't mute up. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's see if we can get that pullback. Doesn't seem like it wants to. Bears are struggling to try to get it under. Quite a bit of volume on the candle though. This candle, we got about 3,000 orders on the chain. What? I'm sorry, 2,000. About a little over 2,500 orders on the chain for NQ. This 5 minute candle, and there it goes. Let's see if we can get that next leg up. We're 2 minutes into London Power Hour team, by the way. And there's that push. And it's just not the right time yet. I'd like a little bit more of a pullback before I take an entry on it. I hate going long at the top. You know, you guys know that. I would definitely like a little bit of a pullback here so I could have a better confidence in taking the long. But I mean, if we pop, we're gonna pop. It's just gonna go. Yes, above 6,900 was good. Yeah, sitting at 6,903 right now. It looks like it wants to go. It definitely looks like it wants to go. Will it go is the better question. The question of the day. Does she have it in her to go? Hmm. We've already broken my upper band for the morning on you, taking out those highs. Hmm. Now we're catching that pullback here. QQQ starting to pull back. It would be really sad, but it would not be uncharacteristic. You know, it's one of those things that's what's going to cost the most amount of pain. Do you think BTC fall from here or turns around? Let's take a look at BTC and see what it's doing. Got a bull flag. I think we'll continue up. There's a lot of manipulation going on Bitcoin now, though. Before we had a lot of technical movements on Bitcoin. Bitcoin would move more natural. It was an easier trade, and now the market has changed quite a bit. So with institutions in, they brought a lot of manipulation to the market. I feel, so. Yeah, it's interesting, I think we'll bounce though. I had mentioned to Coach Matt like a few days ago that the daily pivots I saw, were it looks like it looked like we already have. I mean, we technically have. I mean, we have not breached our lows. We have not breached our lows. And if you look here on the daily, ay ay ay, right there. Sorry about the lines. Apologize. Those are just my levels on this. But if you look at it here, you could start seeing like some kind of trend line form. We've already broken below it though. We still got it. We still got 8 hours on this candle. But the mark, Bitcoin is already curled over. So okay, so framing fr- framing it in my mind, this is how I would look at it. Today is Friday. Bitcoin usually sells over the weekend. Bitcoin almost always, like crypto, always sells over the weekend. So the whales that are in crypto, they usually liquidate their positions on the weekend or on Friday because a lot of those guys are. There's a good chunk of them that are gamblers. So I know that they move their coins out of the exchanges and they go play games. So that's why you see those massive exits out of the exchanges, and you see those big coins, a large sum get moved. Because some of those guys will gamble. You guys would be frankly surprised the dollar amount that's happening, but it's in the millions. So that's what I think. That's exactly what I think. That's why you see the liquidations kind of happen on Friday, and then on Sunday you start seeing the money flow back in, where they're taking them out of the casinos and then they start moving it back to the exchanges because it is such a huge amount of money that's coming out of the exchanges, and it's not going anywhere. They're not being sold. Coins aren't being sold, and we can pretty much we can kind of say that because we don't see those drastic sell-offs. You do see dips in the market, But I think that's actually what happens. I think that's what you see is you see those guys pulling their money out of the exchanges, and that's what makes the price dip. So I think that maybe, if you're looking for a longer term trade, and it depends on what you're doing. Like if you're trying to take an intraday position, I would definitely be looking at the short probably for the time being. But if you're looking to try to see if you could get a swing along, I would wait until Monday. That would be my best suggestion. Is I would wait until Monday or wait until the Sydney Open on Sunday. Going into that event, usually around what midday for me, so that would be like 11 a.m. CST, 11 a.m. CST, or even like yeah, between there and like 1 Eastern, you should have a clear idea of what exactly the market is gonna do. Yeah, no worries. Good luck on that. Yeah, Bitcoin normally doesn't rally on the weekends. Just a heads up. Bitcoin normally doesn't start ripping on the weekends. It usually does sell. All right. Good luck to you on that. Hope it works out for you, my friend. Keep me posted. I'm all about the crypto coins. I love me some scam coins. I don't think they're a scam. It's just me being like, me just being a little salty. All right, that's just me being a little salty, man. With Bitcoin, you know, I got a, I got a bone to pick with it. I'm still mad. I lost my bitcoins from Mount Gov, so I am salty because of that. If ES loses 6,900, I might short everything. I mean, you just did. You're 50 cents below it. I don't know what you're going to do, but you better do it now. Just don't take the shirt off your back and start shorting it. Confirm. My upside targets have already been completed for NQ, though, so it makes it really difficult to have much more left in the tank for upside. Can they invalidate this bull flag? Absolutely. Will they? I have no idea. I'm about 10 minutes into New York, London power hour now. So a little bit of what I would expect, which would be the London, our friends across the pond taking some profit here on this nice move up because they were waiting for that open just like we were. So that would be the easiest trade right now is to short it off that 4 hour support resistance at let's see 25,880. So you short sellers should be making some bank, but I would definitely be managing that position because we have had an uptrend here in the morning session, and the overnight was a slow grind to the upside. So, you know, shorting the market right now is still kind of counter trend. So you just have to bear that in mind. There's nothing saying that we're selling off or we're in a sell cycle. Definitely. The trend is still bullish. Correct, Jaja. Bay Fisherman should be doing well, though. I think he's been shorting it for like the last 10 or 15 minutes. So I think he took a short right out the top, working out so far. Still short, watching 808. Right on. Right on. Oh, there goes that sell now. Oof. So much for that upside day. But like I always say, the money's made in the morning, not in the afternoons on Fridays. You know, Testing the 9 EMA here on the 5 minute. Got about a minute 40 left. I think we will get that test of that orb high. It looks like it. We're structured for it. The real question will be is what does the next 5 minute candle do? Will it hold this line and start to pull up, dip a little bit lower, maybe get a wick down to that 25,800 mark, and then bounce from there? That's what I would imagine. There's that sell. Yeah, great job on that, bait fisherman. Keep grinding that out, bro. Bait 10 filled. You should get the 800 tap though. I want that 26 tap though. That's what I want. I want the 26 tap so I can get reloaded. So I can load up. I want to load up today on it, but I wanted to tap that 26 for me. Come on. There's not a lot of volume on that candle. Look at that. About 400, 500 orders. Not a massive amount of orders on that sell candle. Really, really interesting. Dude, that's disgusting. Wow. Come on, get us down. Do it. You know you want to. You know you want to. Got 3 minutes left on this candle. Looks like we're gonna sell though. Pulling off some. How much further will it pull back though? That's my real question. You know what? I'm taking off today. Coach Becky distraction video is all I'm thinking. I got distracted signing docs for Sim Funded and I don't want to mess up. Stay safe, have fun, make some money. Amoro, congrats, brother. You couldn't be more right. You could not be more right. If you guys have made money for the day, you know, enjoy your Friday. Happy weekend. We did it. We made it to the weekend. I don't know how we did it, but we did it, team. So take advantage of that. Get out, enjoy the holidays, you know, spend some time with a loved one or go out and have some lunch. You earned it. Go out, have a margarita for me. You know me, my poison is a margarita. So go enjoy yourself. Steve will send a slacker gift soon enough. I don't even think Steve is here. I think he's having some technical issues. You can get away with it right now. that it? Is that it? For those contracts. Should have a little bit more of a sell here. Oh, there it is. There it is. I was getting short signals. All right, there it goes. There it goes. Okay. 630s are like 29 cents. Could get them cheaper than that. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get that further downside here. See if we can get into that 26, like I said. Orb high sitting on NQ at 25,772. Can we get that further leg down? That's at 26. You've also got VWAP down at 25,747. Let's see if we get that continued leg down before we pop up. We're about 9 minutes away from the top of the hour. So let's see what the bears do. A lot of sell volume coming in now, about 3,000 orders on the chain right now to the sell side. Oh, and there it goes. There's almost a tap exactly to the 26. Look at that. Who's short on this? Tell me somebody's short. I paper handed. I paper handed. Hey, I no handed it. Look at this, bro. No hands. I'm over here looking to try to take a long on this, and this thing is dumping. Short below 808. Okay, nice. Those contracts are 21 cents now. Ooh wee. Got 2 minutes, 48 seconds left on this 5 minute candle. We could be headed to 25,600 in my opinion. Yeah, might very well be. We're testing the orb high now and push. Oh man, I am so glad I am not long. Man, that's disgusting. That's not very respectful. That's not very respectful. Now we're at the 200 though. What are we gonna do here, ladies and gentlemen? What will we do here? Will we continue to sell further? Got a minute 45 left on this 5 minute candle. Not looking too good. Shh, no kidding, Nacho. No kidding, Nacho. I'm glad I wasn't in the long. I'm just been eyeballing it. I got close to taking the long. I just didn't like the structure of the candle. Oh, there's that pullback. I was trying to readjust. I started looking at the 29s. They got like to 33 cents, 34 cents. I was like hoping they would get to 29 cents. See if they get a little bit cheaper. I think they will though. Got 20 seconds, 19 seconds on this 5 minute candle. I think we'll go another push down, maybe. Maybe one more wick down. I'm just not sure what we're going to do after that. I don't know if we'll continue lower or not. Well, unless they want to send us all the way down to the 200, and they could do that as well. Sheesh. Now the volume is kind of subsiding. Not a whole lot of buying volume or selling volume right now. Oh man, that cell's still taking hold. Look at that. Oh man, wow. Erasing all that move to the upside. That's disgusting. Wow. Dang. Okay. Pretty aggressive now. Yeah, it is a strong move down. Whew, man. Okay, let's see what we do with this 4 hour support at 25,724. Watching 700. Okay. I ended up scooping up the 629 calls. I got them for 24 cents. Oh my god. Dude, I got those perfect. Like right off that 4 hour support. I just scooped those up. If it holds though. Come on. Volatility's kicking in here now. You can see it. A lot of volume. Come on. Come on, Bulls, buy this. Get us back over VWAP. Got 45 seconds left on this 5 minute candle. It's going to put us at the top of the hour with 30 minutes left for London Power Hour team. That's right. There's that volatility from our friends across the pond, you know, to be expected. Look at that, holding the 200 or VWAP, trying to pull it back over it. 23 seconds. Probably the next candle will probably wick down further, maybe. You get maybe a retest of that 720, and then you should get a bounce up. But, we can always be wrong. Somebody's talking about some Greek food. Greek food doesn't sound bad for lunch. Gotcha. Looking for a ES buddy I can bounce ideas with. All right, guys. There you go. We got a friend in Discord looking for a trade buddy. If you guys don't have a trade buddy, then now's the time to look for one. And we've got a great Discord that we've got some phenomenal traders, funded and those that are novices that are working on getting to funded accounts. So, you know, I always recommend that if you're in the communities and you see engagement, look for someone that, is active and responds to you and stuff like that. Reach out, build a rapport with them. It's super helpful to have someone that you can trade ideas off of, or just kind of vibe with sometimes. Hey, you know what? I did this, I did that. They can help you hold yourself accountable, because accountability is a difficult thing for most traders to come to terms with in this industry. Because we have you as a trader, there's no one there to give you any metrics over your work other than your portfolio. Our portfolio is the only real metric of that. If there's no money in it, if you're not green, if you're not consistent, the portfolio is what tells you that. But having a trade buddy is immensely helpful, because they can show you errors in your trade thesis, or even kind of help you work through trade ideas that you're having problems with, or they can even share with you stuff that has helped them, find some success. And that's all part of, you know, having time in the market and things like that, because having trade buddies, believe it or not, in this game is super helpful. Any successful trader will tell you that, is that they at least have a group of a couple of individuals that they trade with regularly, and that's their trade group. I did that once and got blamed for them failing. Never again. NQ messed me up too much when I first started. I find ES to be more cleaner, and you can still make some good money from it. Dang, everybody's asking for people to double up their Bitcoins, man. Double up my Bitcoin. Actually, I got a lot of ETH right now. Well, I don't have a lot of, well, I've got some coins right now. I got some full size coins right now. I'm actually really excited about that. It's gonna be a good weekend. I am super happy. Your boy needed that. I needed that. I needed a little re-up myself. So that's gonna be a nice little. You can probably tell my demeanor's a lot better. I haven't stressed, man. Stressed. It's a stressful game, man. You know, trading to survive, and working and stuff like that. It's difficult. I know there's a good amount of you. There's a few traders out there in the group that I know that they rely on their trading income. It makes up for it. So, you know, it's a different breed of trader. It's easy to take a trade and the money not matter, because it's not your primary source of income, and it's money that you're willing to lose. But for those traders that they do depend on it, it keeps the lights on, it pays the mortgage. It's a very different thing. You know, accountability equals longevity in the market. Because if you're accountable to yourself, what are you going to do? You're not gonna just take blatant trades. You're not gonna be like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna go short. Oh, well, the short's not gonna work. I'm gonna go long. Oh, the long didn't work. I'm gonna go back short." And you get like all these, losses. You're taking 100, 200, 300, 400. And by the time you know it, you're $1,000 in the hole. And by the time you're $1,000 in the hole, your mental your mental state is very different. Then you turn into the degenerate trader. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take more cons so I can make my money back and XYZ. And then that's the recipe for destruction. That's the recipe for total annihilation and nuking of accounts because then you've lost your control, you've lost your self-control, and you're not holding yourself accountable because accountability has been thrown out the window. The only thing that is setting in is your desperation to try to make up that, you know, $10, $20. Yeah, I had a friend last night. He ended up losing $3,000 trying to chase. What was he chasing? He's trying to make like $8 or $9, and he ended up losing like 3 grand. I mean, that's just it, though. If you can't control yourself and you can't manage yourself, you're not going to be good. I trade MNQ. I trade MNQ usually in my cash accounts, evals, and props. I always do NQ. You guys are posting up your quants. Y'all are posting up quants. I'll show you my quant. I'll show you my quant. My quant. I have a sticker of my quant. Look at my quant. Look at my baby boy right there. That's my quant right there. Hey, hey, the straightest trader in the industry is that man right there. I question it because he loves him some sparkling water. He's all about his sparkling water, and that's a red flag right there. I love my boy Apple. Is that Tom Lee's son? It could be. It could very well be. His name is Apple Bottom Jeans. You can catch him on social. He's a great quant trader. He is a quant. I can't do it the way he does, man. I can't do it the way he does. Yeah, well, it's my boy Apple. Yeah, he's a great trader. He streams for another channel and stuff. Runs a morning show as well. Fantastic options trader though. He uses a lot of delta and gamma in his trade analysis. So yeah, but a while back I used to stop into his channel and I would be a guest speaker there through the intraday. Oh, look at NQ just further dipping. Oh man, are they gonna push it down to the 200? Shut the front door. Shut the front door. I mean, on a good note on this, they're taking profit here at the low. They're sending it lower. So we're set up nice that if we catch that bounce, we'll have a nice bounce up. We've got upside targets, but we do have some nasty downside targets too. That's Friday though. Come on, let's rip it. Let's rip. Come on, NQ. Take the tank top off. Put some of that Hawaiian tropic, deep golden brown suntan lotion, and let's set this thing ablaze. Let's write this thing up to blue skies. I want to see the market rip. I want to be making beer bear jerky today. Got in the dehydrator. So far, the bears are eating though. Nasty sell down. Yeah, I wouldn't tell Apple that he looks like Tommy Lee's son. He might get a big head and be like, he probably sees something funny. I had him on stage a while back though. He popped in with me and stuff a while back. Come on, Q. What you gonna do? 9 minutes after the top of the hour. What would you hear in the next 3 minutes? I think we should get a pop here. I think we should get a little bump right here in the market. Come on. Oh, stop saying that the market wants to curl over. Now what I want to hear. Let's go take a look at the heat map and see what's cracking like it. Oh man, we're dipping into that 200 now. More neutral and some red setting into the market. Not a good look. Not a good look. Tesla needs to wake up. Amazon, we need some of the Mag 7 to wake up because they're not doing anything we want them to do here in the morning session. Take a look at big. Oh my God, Bitcoin just took a dump and a half. Oh my God, that is a flush. Woo, nasty, nasty, nasty. Or as Donald Trump would say,
they call them dumps, big, massive dumps.
oh my goodness, gold selling too. Gold just ate it. Gross. This is disgusting. Get that pivot. Maybe just a breather. I wouldn't call it the sell off though. BBAI is down 5.12% for the day. You guys are looking. I've got a hot sheet. Sorry, you guys on TikTok, y'all don't get to see my other layout since I can't import it on TikTok Studio. So hopefully here in the next day or two, you guys will see the much better chart. If not, y'all should check us out on YouTube. The YouTube stream is like beautiful over there. The the TikTok one, no vale madre. That's what I would say. No vale madre. The TikTok stream. But soon enough we'll get it. We'll get it right in tight. I think we got like 2 more days, and we should be able to. I should be able to import it on Streamlabs. I'm really excited about that. All right, let's see here. Oh, you like that one, LP? Oh man, we're testing the 200 now here on NQ. Yeesh! Come on, pick it up. No, you got tons of Trump one-liners locked and loaded. You know what? I've got a few of them, but I need to look for some better ones. I do have quite a few of his, but I've got like the best ones on my main one. I got like
6, 7, 6, 7.
6, 7. And of course there's
China.
well, we got a bunch of them.
They call them dumps, big, massive dumps.
That's for Blasky when he comes in. Yeah, that is number one. Honestly, this is my favorite.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore.
Yeah, that was my favorite. You can have so much winning. Should hold this. Not looking good though. I mean, it looks like they want to dump it. I don't know, Riz. He said so much saving. He said so much savings coming up for our income taxes this year. I'm not rich enough to where that even makes a difference to me. Gold, 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 gold. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh man, that was a nasty wick on gold. And Q's starting to dump as well. Oh, we could be getting into an aggressive sell zone here on NQ. I mean, it could sell pretty significantly here, actually. With gold dumping the way it is, yeah, you could see a nasty sell on NQ here. Wow. Dang, man. Oh, that's wow. Man, you guys that were short are the ones that would be making mad bank right now because that was the move. You could have capitalized on that fairly fairly well off of it. Hey, what's up, NJ? Good morning. How are you doing? Right into the orb midpoint on here on ES. Go over to NQ. NQ broke below the 200. Tesla's dumping. Not really sure what happened to the market. I'm not hearing any news in my ear feeds. Right now, Tesla is selling though, so that's some of that, you know. Bitcoin now below what 89,190. Oh man, another day of this with Bitcoin selling off and leading the market to the downside. Gross. Dang, man, gold was the trade today. Jeez Louise. That Bitcoin's selling pretty nasty. I like this. Do we hold this and bounce? We're off the 200. Oh, we're on the 5 minute. Doesn't look like it wants to hold it. Looks like it just wants to sell. Gross. Pretty odd though that prior 5 minute candle didn't have any sellers on it. That candle kind of indicates. $680, 6.7, 6.7. You're close to it though. Your target is 6,680 on ES. Is that your downside target? You think you think ES is going to sell off 200 points? It could. Oh, could be a flush. Yeah, it might flush. Not hearing anything in my ear though. NQ 25 550 is my sweet spot. I might very well. Although we're like 10 minutes away from the London close, so see what our friends across the pond do for us. Will they start to reposition themselves? All right, let's see what happens here, team. I'm gonna attempt the long here at this low. See if we hold this. Okay, we're holding to 200 well. Let's go. All right, now let's get the rip. The dip is done. Now let's smoke these bears. Let's show these bears what the bulls are made of. Bulls on parade. All right, let's go. My long isn't in the money. Gross day. You know, I can't necessarily say that because we got that nice break of the orb high. So you got the entries for the orb high. You could have ridden it up to that 4 hour support resistance if you were trailing it right. If you saw the break on the 9, you could have rode that down and ridden it all the way back down to the orb high. So I mean, you've gotten at least two great trades, better than I think some of the other days this week. That's about the time I like to see a pivot, though. You know, let's see if it holds true. You guys know I like this. This is about my sweet spot that I look for. The reversion or the continuation. Yeah, I was frustrated. Missed my entry long twice. It happens to us all, bro. Nobody likes it. Come on, let's hold that 200. Get back up to VWAP. I don't want to range for sure. I want this thing just to rip. Just keep on going. I want to break that intraday high and just go for it. Come on, do it, NQ. Come on, do it. Do it. It's still not long. My entry was at 25,717. My stop is at 25,680. In a single MNQ con. Okay, let's go. Not a lot of volume on this candle. 5 minutes away from the London close team. And don't forget, we'll be ending the morning show here in about 5 minutes. But that doesn't mean that you can't catch some great content on our YouTube channel. You guys are missing out. We've got some amazing lectures, classes, all curated by some of the best coaches in the industry, if I do say so myself. Coach Matt, Coach Becky, Coach Steve, they are curating some phenomenal classwork for you traders. So if you're looking for an edge, you're looking for your way in the market, then you're missing out on those classes. If you guys are watching on the streams there on the intraweb, pop in. The links are in the description. Stop in. We'd love to meet you guys. If you have questions, we've got a Q&A section. We've got labs that are going on. Coach Matt's on Thursday, Becky on Tuesday, Steve Collegian on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And of course, me, Coach Riz, guiding you guys in the morning session Monday through Friday. So, make sure you like, subscribe, turn those notifications on so that you guys can be part. Then I just kept missing entries. Small green day. I'm just gonna call it. Head isn't in the right place. Jaja, or I'm sorry, Scrub. Scrub, what you're saying right there happens to a lot of traders. And if it's like that, call it. Because you know what? I'd rather just be like, you know what? I called it a day. I just didn't want to deal with the market. I don't want to deal with you. Boom. Then you're owning it. Don't be like, oh man, the market was terrible. It kicked my butt. It owned you. Don't let the market own you. You own the market. You make the decision. If you don't feel it, then don't do it. Don't rush it. Don't force it. Don't make something happen that ain't there, because you know what? I'm sure that you can go back and say that more often than not you've lost when you force things. So, good luck to you. Have a great weekend. It's Friday. You earned it, my friend. Nasty. Come on, don't dip it down. You were just up. Why are you selling it? Oh my goodness. The Bears, they're stubborn. Bears are always stubborn. The EMAs are all right there. They're all bunched up. Wouldn't take much to get back over them. Doesn't look like it wants to do it. It looks like it wants to dump. Oh man. Oh, this is pathetic. They're gonna wick it down before they buy it up. Looks like I'm gonna get stopped out on this trade. Come on, don't stop me. All right, team. Well, that concludes London Power Hour. That is the last one. Stopped out as well. I haven't gotten stopped out yet. I'm still in it, barely, barely in it. It's almost like it's gonna tap the orb low and then it's gonna kick me out, isn't it? Oh my god, what is the orb low at? 677. Maybe I should go down to 677 just so I have a little bit more room. Chihuitas, and I'm stopped out. All right, guys. Well, we had a pretty decent trading day there. Hope you guys made some money. I'm going to be signing off for the morning session. Don't forget, you guys can catch me here Monday through Friday for morning market open each and every single day. You can catch the rest of our great coaches throughout the week. Don't forget to check our socials for our schedule of when you can catch all your favorite coaches. I love you too, Nacho. I love each and every one of you guys. If you guys have any questions or struggling, shoot me a message. If you don't have a trade buddy, like I mentioned earlier, send me a message. I'm here to help, and I would love to do anything in my power to help you guys find your edge. You got questions? Show up to work Monday morning with me and bring those questions because I want to look at your charts. As always, good luck in the market. Thanks you from all of us here at Blue Sky. Don't forget about those launch plans on sale for $59 and $69. You guys have a great weekend. Much love, and I'll see you all next week. Have a great day.